What's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in. Yes. Thank y'all for tuning in. We are back again for our members only, working on this last episode for the toxic and narcissistic relationships, people, places, and things. We are going to end here by learning from our toxic and karmic people that we have come in contact with, in places and things that we've come in contact with that have caused us some sort of karmic reaction within our life. Negative karmic, I want to say. Nothing positive, but they all end up being positive things after a while. Why do I say that? It's because after a while, we finally do learn. We finally figure it out. We finally learn what it is that we need to do and how to handle situations and stopping them before they become toxic and karmic in a sense, right? So before we get started though, let me go ahead and read my motivation. And I was looking for my blue. I don't see my blue. Oh, there go my blue. I'm like, where the heck is my blue? Okay, hold on, y'all. So my blue need to get in place. Okay, so let me read my affirmation. I am the divine feminine. I am a child of the Most High God, the Creator. I am a divine healer. I am not bound to anyone or anything. Anyone that thinks that they have me bound to them shall be returned to sender. No one's taking that, miss. Take that crap back. I forgive those who seek to harm me because they know not what they do. They are just lost within themselves. They have some negative entities within them that they are not proud of, and they seek it out of me. I love to see your mirror and reflect the positive. Now it's time for you to work on it. I renounce the pain of the young child I once was that may not have healed throughout the years of my life. I embrace her and I tell her to go ahead and embrace her royalty. Her royal place on the throne is here. With that being said, I thank you so much, universe, as always. A shade. Please stay with us and guide us through the bright light of protection, please. And by all means, universe, God the Creator and our archangels, we are going to be giving a great reading for the collectives who are very important and wanting to know more about toxic people and how we can learn from them. So let's begin, shall we? All right. So, guys, thank you for coming back. We're dealing with abusive relationships and the breakup, okay? So what I'm going to be doing here is using, I hope this is too, yes, beautiful, perfect. That's exactly how many I needed. So we are using the Spirit of Place, and this is supposed to be, I suppose we'll use this as the abusive relationship because it looks kind of sad to me. This looks kind of sad to me, so it reminds me of an abusive relationship. Like your ego has been stomped on, that. And then you have 45 here, which is sad embrace. Oh my God, this is no better, but this is the breakup. Now, this makes perfect sense in what I'm finna say here, guys, because I didn't know these cards were going to come out, but I do know that we are working on abusive relationships and the breakup, okay? So, those of you who are possibly in an abusive relationship may deal with making excuses for the relationship, making excuses for the mate, that's being abusive. Some of you may not even know that you are in an abusive relationship, because abuse is not only by physical, it is mental, spiritual, and emotional, okay, as well. And it can also hurt and cause lifelong damages in life, okay? It also can spill into your children and your children's children and your children's children until someone comes through and breaks the cycle. Usually, the person that comes through to break the cycle of the family mishap or setbacks are the old souls, the ones that's been living every second generation. An old soul will come back and try to correct the mistakes of the family. Remember that, okay? All right, so you have the spirit of place. And this looks so sad to me. It looks like they've been hurting. They've been dealing with a lot of emotional pain, possibly some physical pain, but definitely mental agony here. They are distraught. They are out of sorts. And when you're in a relationship, it seems as if you don't learn how to heal yourself until you actually have pulled away from this abusive relationship. And I know, ladies and gentlemen, that it can be difficult to do when that person is all you know, all you have. But there comes a time where you have to think, is this the life that you want to live for the rest of your life, if you have a rest of your life left? Or is this the life that you want to leave behind to start something new and fresh and just take a leap of faith into something else different and more prosperous? At least something is better than being abused. Hence the breakup, which shows us here a sad embrace. Of course, after a long period of time in a relationship, you are looking for your mate, but it doesn't always seem to work out that way. And sometimes the breakup comes along and you are reminded of every song that comes on, every movie that you guys used to watch, every memory comes back flooding every time you do something. It's amazing, right? But it's a sad embrace, because through that, you have to cry. You have to let go. You have to be able to be free. And the only way that you're going to be able to free yourself is if, and only if, you go through the motions. You cry it out. You bawl it out. You starve yourself for a week or so. You go through the breakup emotion. You know what movie I really like when it's dealing with relationships and breakup? I think it's called one is called Two Can Play at That Game, and another one is called Breakup something with Jamie Foxx in it. My daughter liked that one when she was real young. She used to watch that one, but I like the one with what's that girl name is? Vivica Fox in it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that down in the description what I mentioned. Okay, so what we finna do here now is go into this reading here, guys. We're gonna find out a little bit more about your abusive relationship and your breakup. Okay, for those of you, take your pick, whichever side works for you. It don't matter. You can go through both of them. It's all good. Because after we go through all of these relationships, issues, and finally come out of the fog, people, we finally come out of the fog and we realize that we are in an abusive relationship. We are needing to break up and heal. When we finally come out of the fog, we learn from these harsh situations. So nothing is ever lost in any situation, any setback, any loss of money. It always teaches a lesson. Something always teaches a lesson. I'm going to say this once again. If I don't say this enough, y'all, if y'all follow my channel, y'all know exactly what I'm going to say. You only on this earth, you will meet people and you will do 3 things. And those 3 things that you will do, each one, teach one, remain true. You will teach, learn, or grow. Period. Or else we will never come into contact with one another. Never. Okay, Spirit, thank you. Stay open-minded. Stay open-minded when it comes to your abusive relationship. Sometimes that's what happens. Okay, Spirit guys, we're going to take 2 of these. What we got here? Likes attract likes. Okay. So I see here that excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my throat. When we're learning learning from our previous experiences dealing with toxic relationships and toxic people in toxic workplaces. We seem to learn when the red flags are coming again. Now, tell me not. You may be getting out of a relationship, or you may see that you're in a toxic relationship, and for some of you, you can see the red flag now. You've seen them before, but you just ignored them. Excuse me, and that's what we're talking about. And previously, in the first half of the month, when we were talking about learning toxic behaviors, okay? But this is something that is brought up, you know what I'm saying? So you have open-minded, stay open-minded, likes attract likes. Let's see what else we can pull up here. What else we can pull up here? And then we'll get into the reading. But see, sometimes it's what you need to do is more likely to get out of this situation is to learn how to trust your intuition, learn how to change. I love that. And then you have loneliness. Yes. Even in a relationship, as you are in a relationship already, you have loneliness. So this is what we have here. Let's see. Like I said, not really using too many of it oracle deck. Not using too many of the tarot decks. Wow. Please disappear, please. Thank you. All right, so Spirit of Place. It seems like the way that I look at this picture, she looks like she is so down and sad. She feels like she's in love. It looks like the butterfly looks like she's crying. You know, she's hurting on the inside. Lots of emotional pain and hurt and anger and just not feeling like she's loving herself at all. Okay? She's not feeling as if she's loving herself at all. You know what I'm saying? And it just reminds me of someone that dealing with in a relationship and they're trying to stay in a relationship, trying to be open-minded, but yet and still they feel lonely in the relationship. They're all by themselves in this relationship. Their mate is possibly someone that is overbearing, threatening, and harmful. Like I said, an abusive relationship. They're in an abusive relationship. Some of you guys have overcome this and already thought about breaking up out of this relationship already. You have it in your head that you're going to break out of this relationship eventually, if you have not left already. And some of you are dealing with rebuilding yourselves. But we're not going to work on that right now. We're going to discuss those of you who are in an abusive relationship. Give me one more. All right. Thank you, Spirit. So we have the 7 of Wands here. And we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in upright. Okay. All right. So, like I said, it's time for some of you guys to let go of some things. Some of you who are in a abusive relationship have been thinking about letting go, just getting out of this situation. I'm tired of it. I'm done. And you really want to get free. It really says so here with the Ace of Cups. That's the two of you coming together. You got the King of Pentacles. Ooh, excuse me, something in my throat. Got the King of Pentacles here. This is somebody that's deciding to make positive and smart plans to get out of this relationship. You got the Seven of Wands here. Like I said, somebody that's ready to let go, full of protection, protecting themselves as they leave out of this situation. Letting go, you feel me? They ready to move forward. Some of you are here, and some of you have already surpassed this. Some of you have been thinking about it very hard. Planning. Some of you are planning to get out. Look, guys, I fully support domestic violence protection. When I used to do event planning, I did a event for the CASA, which is for abused spouses or couples or, domestics. And I grew up in a household full of abuse. Up until I was 16, but that was up until I was 16. Okay. And I didn't know there were different types of different forms of abuse. So it really kind of made things different for me. When you learn that anything that makes you feel sad, angry, upset, or out, anything other than high-spirited, high energy, positive energy, uplifting, if it doesn't make you feel that way, then you need to let it go. For real. Okay, you need to just let it go, because it's not going to benefit you. It will keep you in a low vibrational state, which will bring nothing but sickness, bad health. All that stuff comes with how you feel. When you are in a negative state, you are allowing negative energy to invade your presence, bringing in sickness, bringing in tiredness, fatigue, all that stuff. Now, if you're in a high vibrational state, it ain't got no way. It's like a shield around you. Ain't no freaking way it can get to you. Ain't no positive way it can get to you, because you in a high vibe. You happy, you going, you feeling good, you life, and it is what it is. Life is life. And then something do come out of nowhere and it tries to destroy your happiness right out of nowhere. You don't know how to handle it, because you won't just you will slowly and gradually come out of it, not just drop out of it, because you are in a high vibrational state, and it takes time. Like, on an airplane, don't just fall out of the sky unless you just but then there is really no airplane that just come and fall out of the sky. Even if they falling out of the sky, they're not just falling straight down. They're going to glide down in some sort of way. So when they will come out of or come off of the high of being happy and joyful and in a high vibration, you know what I'm saying? Then whatever negative energy, I'm not saying that it can actually hit you, but you'll be able to handle it, control it, when it does hit you. But yeah, she looks really, really down. Like, She know it's time to get up and get out and get out of this. She know it's time to get up and get out of this. Which brings us to the wonderful breakup. The wonderful breakup. Sad embrace. We're going to reminisce over all the wonderful things that we used to do. We're not going to, we will think about the bad stuff that they've done to us, because we'll think about it. We'll say some stuff and say, yeah, well, I don't do that because that's what such and such used to do. You know, it's going to take a minute for you to get over an abusive relationship. It's going to take a minute to go through the breakup period. It's going to take a minute for change to come through. Why? Because it's difficult at this time. Shoot, you have to cleanse. That's what it is. You have to cleanse, and then you have to heal. Okay? Cleanse and heal. When you are going through a breakup or going through leaving an abusive relationship, I don't believe I was ever in an abusive relationship, but I know that my mother was, and I think that the way that she did it was she went to a shelter. You know what I'm saying? So there is help, but I was going to say get and grasp at the same time. I don't know why I said that. There is help that you can get, and you may have to live in a shelter for a little bit and follow some rules, but it's only help you get your shit, to get yourself and get the hell up out of there and learn what is right and what is wrong in an abusive relationship. Okay? You get to learn. This is where we are now, learning from the relationship. See? You're learning how to see it for what it is and putting a stop to it. You're done. Okay, you're finally realized that you're done being abused. There's better and there's more to life. There's more to me than this fucked up ass relationship. You start to learn how to take a stand for yourself. You start to learn how to ground yourself and gain confidence to actually make a plan, to actually follow through with the plan, to actually move on to having a breakup altogether. And nigga, I swear, if you decide to mess with me, and I will put a restraining order on you and have you arrested type stuff. All of that stuff. You are ready. You, by any means necessary, you have planned it out. You have saved your money. You have did everything in your power so you can ease up out of this negative feeling that you have been feeling for the longest, that you have just tired of feeling over and over again. You're tired. So you made a decision to leave it behind. Now you're ready for change. But before you can have that complete change, you have to go through the emotions of feeling this way, reminiscing over the past, going through life withdrawal, that's what I want to call it, withdrawals from them. And you'll build up, because when you start liking yourself and loving yourself, other people are going to start liking and loving you too. You're going to get out, you're going to have fun, and other people are going to notice you, and life is going to look better and feel better. And then you're going to meet new people, new friends, and y'all going to be hanging out, and things are going to be fun as fuck. And then you're going to all of a sudden start slowly but surely forgetting all about this abusive relationship that you were in. You're gonna possibly, if you smart, you wouldn't do it so quickly, but you're possibly going to latch on to somebody else and try to love them, or try to get them to love you because you're getting out of an abusive relationship. And that's where we have the problem. You don't want to do that. You want to take the time to be by yourself. See, this person is by themselves. Okay? This is how you will heal. You heal by yourself, taking that L, healing from within, not having more people around you. That is a part of the breakup, but you need to transition from that. And it's a song by Wiz Khalifa. I know y'all because I love Wiz. But it's a song by Wiz Khalifa where he's saying that when the champagne ain't growing up, the kush ain't roll up. You know what I'm saying? What happens when all the fun and games is over with? Ain't nobody else around. You eventually finally feel that pain. You eventually finally have to deal with that pain, You eventually finally have to deal with it. You have the King of Cups here and freaking flipping Two of Pentacles, a snake, which brings me right back to what I was getting ready to say. Give me one more card, because what I feel like is with the snake card, you got the Seven of Swords. Again, setbacks. Yeah. So you do have this king. See, that's what's going to happen. When you leave this relationship, you finally leave this relationship, people, like I was saying, people are going to come to you. You're going to start realizing who you are. You're going to get ready to go back into dating or whatever not. For some of you are very quick daters. Y'all going to just drop one zero, and get with another zero and not realizing that it's a zero and, haven't learned your lesson yet. That's for some of y'all. But some of y'all going to get with this king of cups here. You're going to get with this king of cups. And then you're going to realize that they are a snake. Okay? They're betraying you. They are not cool. Okay? They are a snake. They're betraying you. But they want partnership with you. They are the Two of Pentacles, which is here to cause you confusion. Right? So you have this snake that comes in that causes confusion, because remember, you just left this relationship alone, and now you are trying to get into this relationship to be by yourself and live your life. But, we got to see if you really did learn your lesson. We're going to test you a little bit, okay? We're going to pull in this handsome-ass king or this beautiful-ass queen, king, whatever you want to call her. And then you want to come in and you're going to be like, damn, yes. But then you realize she's no better than the motherfucker you just left. Okay? She's no better than the motherfucker you just left. And you know why that is? That's to see if you've learned your lesson. Why did this song, This Is For the Lover in You, that comes on my head right now? This is for the lover in you. This ring. I don't know why that came in my head. It don't make no sense with what is going on here, but yeah. So that's what's up, y'all. Being able to embrace change, being able to go through the motions, cry it out. You have to spend that time alone. You know what I'm saying? You can try to sugarcoat it all day, all night, all you want to, but it's never going to. You're never going to heal until you go through the complete motions. That is crying, that is tearing, that is just going through the whole freaking motions, y'all. Not eating, losing weight, then finally gaining weight, and then realizing, fuck this nigga. You got to go through all the emotions, man. Fuck that bitch, she went all that, all the emotions you're going to have to go through. And then, and only then, will you be ready to change. You'll be ready to embrace your change. Somebody is dealing with a Scorpio, okay? And this is saying, you're all I had hoped for good. You're all I hoped for good. So there's a Scorpio that says that you were all that they hoped for. Yeah, they'll pull that shit. They will pull that shit. That's one of those tactics to keep you there, to keep you in this relationship of deceit and hurt and abuse. Yeah, you don't want to go back to that. Trust me. Every time that you go back, every time you leave and when you go back, the honeymoon will be great, but then the honeymoon will get shorter and shorter and won't last long. Y'all done seen the goddamn movie. What's love got to do with it? Come on now. Y'all know anime and don't play with me. And if you haven't seen What's Love Got to Do with It with Tina Turner, then I'm going to link it below so you get a trailer piece of it and feel like watching it, go check yourself out. We got the Virgo here. So we have a Virgo. For some of y'all dealing with a Virgo. Okay. And the Virgo is saying fate, yo. The Virgo saying fake. They probably say you fake. They probably saying the relationship fake. They probably saying they fake. I don't know, but somebody is fake in a relationship, or the relationship is fake. The fake love in a relationship is not really a fucking relationship if you act the Virgo. I also have this here: replace fear for good. Be you bravely, which means get over it. Stop being scared. Stop being scared to say what you got to say. Stop being scared to do what you got to do. Gain your worth, your self-worth. You feel me? So what I'm going to do here now, guys, is pick one more card, and then we're going to go over the list of what things we learn from the toxic relationship, the toxic people and places and things. Okay. Last call. Attitude is everything, because it is. Your attitude is everything. If you handle things irate, screaming, yelling, out of character and such, they're gonna look at you crazy, and there you have it. But if you remain calm, I remain calm. Clerically, I got the my bad. That was the roots. But if you remain calm, people will be like, okay, we get it. Okay, we understand what's going on. Remaining calm when someone else is irate really pisses another person off. But it also makes you think. You get a chance to think. When you're irate, you're not thinking. When you're upset and all in somebody's face, you're not thinking. But when you lay back and you're like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. You're thinking. And that's somebody to be reckoned with. Somebody that's as calm as a damn bee in a hectic situation. Oh, yeah. That's somebody to be reckoned with. Because you don't know if that person is the cause of it, or you don't know what that person might be thinking. Always. Okay. So, going over the lessons in which we should learn when we're dealing with someone, something, or somewhere that is toxic and narcissistic in behavior. Okay. You should be able to see the red flag before they occur now. After you pull yourself out of the relationship and everything, you should be able to now really see red flag when they first occur, to know, okay, this fool living his mama, and I'm not really dealing with it. I don't want to even deal with him and his 2 kids. No. Okay, red flag. I'm done. I just have to leave this man who didn't want to give me the love I needed. So you will be able to set boundaries and state what it is you want. That's number 2. State boundaries. Set boundaries. You know what you want out of life. You're not going to take anything less than. Okay. Number 3, learn your self-worth and your self-value when you learn from these relationships that have caused you pain, caused you heartache, caused you sorrow, okay? Caused you money out your pocket, okay? You learn to love yourself. You learn to stand up for yourself. You learn to ground yourself in confidence. I think that's 4 now, okay? 6 now, okay? You learn to set boundaries, as I said before, and you learn to heal yourself. The song Self-Love by Jaguar Wright. Guys, I tell you like this. I love me some Jaguar Wright. I love Jaguar Wright, yo. I feel like that's like a sister, for some reason. Anyway, so yes, that song, I will be putting that in the description below as well. But learning to love yourself, learning to change who you are, realizing your self-worth, your self-value. And most of the times when we get into these relationships, it's either the way that we were raised or something that majorly happened to us. But we are not always growing up in a way that we're being told how to do stuff and things like that. We're not being abused the whole time. Sometimes we are, and sometimes some people are not. Some people are going through like bad stages in life. Like say they had a good job and then all of a sudden they had a girlfriend or whatever not, and that girlfriend talked down on them when they lost that good job, and then they just felt more worthless and felt like they couldn't move on and do better with life anymore because their girlfriend made them feel bad. Now, that's somebody that possibly grew up in a household where their parent was not loving or caring and always called them stupid or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good. But they always were looking for approval, and finally they was doing it, but then they let that one failure tear them apart. Like they felt like they couldn't achieve anything else at that point, and that's not how life goes. Okay. Then you have the ones that go through these relationships, and it's simply because they want to be in a relationship. I don't want to hear it's the kids, because that's not the case. They're worried about what other people is going to say, so they'll deal with abuse and hurt just because of what somebody else might say. Well, I thought you was married. Well, I thought you was this, that, and the other. Fuck what people think and fuck what they say when it comes to your happiness and your health. Because if you are not happy, your health deteriorates. Once again, high vibes, okay, people? High vibes will decease all negative energy, will decease all pains and sorrows and diseases and all of that. When you're vibing high positive vibe, not high low vibes, high positive vibe. High low vibes would be having sex all day long, all rapidly, all with a whole bunch of people just because you can do that, because that's what you do. No, it's a feel good. It's a temporary high. I'm talking about your higher self, being in tune with your higher self, being in tune with your intuition, being high vibing, positive energies, okay? Things that are meant to help you grow and learn and advance to other possibilities. Not something that's low vibration is going to keep you stuck there, gaining more. Yeah, I'm not even getting into that. Anyway, guys, that is it. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this session. This session is available to all members of the spiritual tribe of mine. I truly appreciate you guys. I do. At this point, I do not know what we're going to do for the next season or the next month. I may be taking a break from doing personal readings, and maybe taking a break from doing a theme so I can get prepared for July. And it's time for me to take a month vacation anyway, y'all. So with that being said, I'm going to ease up on out of here. And I hope that you have learned your lesson. Be strong in what it is you want to achieve in life. Go after your goals. Write them down and move away from anything that's keeping you out of positive energy, anything that is keeping you out of being who you truly are. Okay, because you are worthy, you are valued, you are important, and you are loved. With that being said, as always, collective, each one teach one, remain true to you. Deuces.